Steph Cox, who is here promoting Ironman China, which takes place in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, April the 19th.
April the 19th. Might seem slightly odd that we're sitting in a freezing cold, snowbound, sandown park, and we're promoting a race in China, but probably not quite as mad, and I guess that just shows how international triathlon's becoming and how popular overseas events are.
Definitely, John. I mean, you find that with an event like this, there's a lot of international vendors here, and there's a lot of races promoting Austria and Germany and Italy, cycle holidays all over the world. So why not China? It's a unique destination. It's a booming market,
yeah.
And it's a fantastic race.
Yeah. And I guess a lot of people will have seen bits of China, 2008 Beijing Olympics. So it's sort of obviously going to be better known than maybe it has been in the past. Now the race is in its second year, so established. So what can people expect if they decide to go to the Ironman China event? Well,
I think a lot of people, it's good that you mentioned Beijing, because people, when they think about Ironman China, they think, oh, it must be in Beijing, and it's not. It's on a tropical island, which is in way the south of China, in the South China Sea. It's on Hainan Island. It's a big place, so it's all the way at the bottom. It's an hour from Hong Kong, so it's nearer to Hong Kong than to Beijing by about 6 hours. And it's a tropical island. It's got long sandy beaches, so it's kind of Kona-esque. And it's hot. It's got wide open roads. It's not a busy course because it's new. So if you're going there, you're going to expect race conditions fairly similar to Kona. I know everybody says that, but really you are, because it's hot. And it's a good time of year. It's the end of the dry season. So it's a perfect place to come and get that pre-race training for
Kona as well. With it being April, Kona's always in October. If you can qualify at China, it's a great way to get it out of the way earlier on in the season, recover properly, and still have all of the rest of the year to really focus on that big goal, which for some people is a lifetime goal.
Exactly. And we found that last year some of the people who were coming to China, which was the first year, were coming with the goal of qualifying for Kona, and I think that's quite an attractive part of our event. We have 50 slots. For the Ironman World Championships, and last year we had about 500 competitors. So really do the maths, and think if you can handle a heat, if you are an experienced racer, or you're looking to qualify and you push into that, come to China, because you've probably got a pretty good chance of qualifying. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. If you're 16 hours, you're still 16 hours, but if you're any good, there's a chance that you can go to Kona on this.
And also you've got a fairly unique option that you can do the half distance 70.3 series at the same place on the same day at the same time, which doesn't happen anywhere else.
It doesn't happen anywhere else in the world, and I think that's something that's really, really clever with the race director, Murphy Reinschreiber, that he's created this event, and it's 2 laps. So it's a 2-lap swim, it's a 2-lap bike, a 2-lap run, and because of the timing, the 70.3 starts an hour after the normal Ironman distance race, and so the people in the 70.3 are going to see the pros come through. And overtake them, which is always quite exciting, and it makes for an exciting finish line as well, because we've got 2 separate finish areas that come into the same park. So there's the 70.3 coming this way, there's the Ironman coming this way, there's a lot of noise and hullabaloo, and the last finish of the 70.3 will be finishing the same kind of time as the first finisher in the Ironman distance race. So it's really special.
From a spectator's point of view, there's going to be a lot going on, a lot to see.
Yeah, and the spectators last year were just wowed by it. China had never seen anything like this before. Never. Those bikes, those lycra suits, these fancy helmets.
How many countries did you have people coming from? Because Ironman is really now it is a global brand, and people travel from all over the place, either to travel somewhere new or in search of their Kona slots. But did you have people from lots of different countries come to Ironman?
We actually had people from 40 different countries last year, including the UK. In fact, Abby Bailey was
third place.
She was 3rd place, and she was, I think, long course champion last year, one in Australia. So there's a strong American, strong European, Australian, and there's an emerging market in Asia as well. A lot of participation from places like Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, Singapore, Malaysia. It's a really booming market over there, and it's only an hour's flight from those major places, so it's a great place to have a race.
You mentioned about the course. Obviously, it's going to be hot like Kona. But which makes just the heat makes it hard. But what's the course like? Is it a hilly course or a flat course or rolling or? How can you give us a bit of insight into what the bike and run courses are like?
Yeah, sure. The bike course is lovely, and obviously I sound a bit biased, but it's this incredible combination of old and new China, because Hainan has a lot of money for infrastructure development, so there's a lot of new roads. There's no traffic on the roads, and we have a very good relationship with the government, so the roads are closed. So you've got brand new 5-lane highways that are closed.
And
there's
smooth
new
roads
tarmac.
as well.
It's absolutely smooth. So there's a long out and back, and then there's a little climb through a village. And there's 2 villages, and so you're getting onto a narrow road at that point, but it's a little bit of a climb, so that's it's fine. It was a little bit windy, I think, on some of the open portions of the highway riding, but plenty of room to ride. No fear, there's no excuse for drafting and nonsense like that. And the villagers really made it. I mean, when you see the photos of people like Belinda Granger and Ola Sebastian, Park Young-hoon coming through these Chinese villages with all the crowds just... That makes for a really unique event.
Yeah, I guess did the community get behind it, or maybe now they've seen it, they're going to be even more excited for the second year?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of local interest in it. Really good support from the local government, and also the Chinese TV are televising it as well, which is massive.
That's great,
So that's really a lot of potential for a triathlon to make it into the households and people to say, wow, what's going on with the sport?
And with Hainan, you're saying it's sort of a bit of a tropical island. Does that mean if someone's got a partner going out with them?
Oh, beach paradise.
It's a bit of a beach paradise, or post-race recovery, whatever you want to look at. That'd be a great option.
It's a fantastic place, and we have a great partner hotel as well that's a world-class spa, and being Asia, the rates are pretty favourable to a lot of other places at the moment. So a lot of people do think, China is really far away, but when you weigh up the overall cost of everything and the value that you're going to get in a destination race that really is different, there's plenty to entertain everybody for a really good price, so it's a great place to go.
Excellent. Well, all sounds good to me. So if any of you guys out there you've done your Lanzarotes, Austria, Frankfurt, Switzerland, France, looking for something different, Ironman China is available to you. Slots still available.
Yeah, slots still available.
Entries still available. So if you fancy an early season Ironman, get onto the website and book your place now.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Steph.